What is going on, everyone? Anthony Drew Gary here, host of the How To Show, where we talk about optimizing life, money, and happiness, one how to at a time, on most episodes of the show. But this week we have to do a video that I've been avoiding. I've been trying to not do it. I've not wanted to do it. I thought that we could get by without it. But it turns out I need to do a video on how to drive in roundabouts. We need some help, folks. We don't have it quite figured out yet, but we can do it. Switch over now. All right, we're talking about roundabouts today. If you've never driven in one of these, it's possible that you've never been to Indiana. Central Indiana specifically is becoming the roundabout king of the world, and I want to just spend some time talking about why this odd-shaped thing is not as awful as it sounds. Primarily the best reason that I have for them is that it gets traffic through a little bit more efficiently because it requires the minimum amount of people possible to be stopped at any given time. And so if you can get through traffic more quickly, you can get more cars through an intersection quicker, all good things in general. And as a safety thought here, if you think about how a roundabout works, it's very difficult to either T-bone somebody or rear end somebody. And those are the types of intersection accidents that you see most often. And so theoretically, intersection accidents should be limited in this capacity. And this is a good thing as well. And so first thing I want to talk about is that the number of lanes in a roundabout matters. And so the picture on the left here, that's a roundabout that only has one lane of traffic in each direction. Pretty self-explanatory here that you enter in one direction and you keep driving counterclockwise until you get off where you need to go. And so basically there's one modus operandi here. You're looking left and you're looking right to make sure that nobody is coming and you're not going to get in the way of anybody. And that when you go on into the roundabout, you're not going to hit anybody because for some odd reason the traffic is slowed down or stopped within the roundabout. As a general rule, if you cause someone in a roundabout to slam on their brakes, you are doing it wrong. Don't be the reason that somebody has to lay on their horn or lay on their brakes because you entered the roundabout in the wrong time. Again, pretty self-explanatory. One lane roundabout. You go until it's your turn to exit, and then you leave and you're on your way. And where life gets a little bit more complicated is on the two-lane roundabout. And all of this can be cleared up long before you get to the intersection. And what I mean by that is that before you get to the roundabout of a two-lane scenario, there will be signage that helps you get to where you need to go. And so we'll switch over to slide number 2 here. You will see somewhere prior to the roundabout signs for each lane telling you what you can and cannot do in each lane. This is not because they're trying to be difficult or because they're trying to be controlling. This is to stop you from running into somebody else who is actually following the rules. And so what you'll see here, especially in the upper right corner here, the right lane in that upper right corner, I'll move my cursor over to it now, you cannot go left in the upper right lane. And so if we go back to the picture in slide number 1, if you are the green car and you try to go left, and all of a sudden a blue car is trying to go straight, they will crash into one another. This is the reason that people have to slam on their brakes when you're in a roundabout. This is the reason people have to lay on their horns when they're in a roundabout. Please do not be this person. So again, the number of lanes in the roundabout can be scary, but you're not in it alone. Before you get to them, there will be signage that tells you how to treat these roundabouts. If you can avoid being in the wrong spot at the wrong time, just be looking forward into the street. Pretty much now, if you're in your car and you're driving somewhere, you're unaware of where you're going, you probably got Google Maps or Apple Maps or Waze or whatever you use set up. Make sure that you're looking ahead to know if you're getting into a situation where you need to switch lanes so that you can continue to keep going where you're going. Again, the big picture item here, if you're in a roundabout, you need to be looking left, you need to be looking right, and you need to not be slowing anybody down or causing them to honk on their horn. And while we're at it, this is the beginning of August. School is back in session or about to be back in session for a lot of folks. And so I want to share one more tidbit here. And this is the proper etiquette for stopping for a school bus. Every single year on the news, we see horrible situations where folks don't stop or they stop too late or things like that. And this is all 100% avoidable. If you're on a 2-lane road, everybody stops. If you're in a road with multiple lanes, but there's no median, everybody still stops. If you're in a road that does have a median, everybody on the same side of the bus stops. Everybody on the other side goes really slow because you never know, there could be children crossing the median going to a different neighborhood, just depending on the school routes. So when in doubt, stop and save a child's life. You can be part of the solution here. Urge you to do it. Hopefully this was useful. We'll switch back over. That's going to bring this episode of the show to a close. I bet you know somebody that needs to watch this. And so have some fun with it. Share it with them. Everybody can get better at this. Be the reason that nobody needs to use their horn in a roundabout. And if you are interested in moving away from all the roundabouts, or maybe moving to part of town where you can get through traffic more efficiently because of it, I can help you do that. Get in touch with me in the comments down below or at indiedwell.com. As always, you can subscribe to the show and you can leave me comments to let me know how I'm doing, or if you've got ideas for future topics on the show. Until next time, this is Anthony Drew Gary, host of The How To Show, signing off.